Hey you guys, it's Britt and I'm here to share with you an update on Mia Ponsetto. I had what I think is a positive update, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so if you don't remember who Mia Ponsetto is, I have, I believe, two other videos on her. I'll link them down below if you guys want to go back and watch them. But Mia Ponsetto is a woman who wrongly accused a black teenager of taking her phone in a New York City hotel last year.
As 22-year-old Mia Ponsetto.
Face off, that's mine. Literally get it back.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
Last month, Ponsetto wrongly accused 14-year-old Keon Harold Jr. of stealing her phone in the lobby of Manhattan's Arlo Hotel, where he and his family were staying.
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
Better get on somewhere, lady.
The video, seen more than 3 million times, was shot by Harold's father, Grammy-winning jazz musician Keon Harold Sr. Ponsetto is seen wrestling with the teen, assuming he had her phone, but it was later found and returned by an Uber driver.
And she acted like a complete fool, you know, grabbing him, physically attacking him, outright lying on him, and it was a mess. And then she decided to go on TV and do an interview. She made herself look like even more of an idiot. If I have to say something about her, it is that she, in my opinion, is an entitled idiot. And she's also, in my opinion. So we're going to read this little update. You know, I like to do these updates, but I like even more when I feel like bad people are held accountable for their actions. Commentary is all good and well, but if you're actually doing things that are bad, hurtful, vile, mean, or illegal, I like to see some sort of punishment for the actions that you're doing. So it says, a California woman who wrongly accused a black teen of taking her phone in a New York City hotel late last year and grabbed him as he tried to leave is now being charged with a hate crime. Great. Mia Ponsetto was arraigned in court in Manhattan via video conference Wednesday. And this is from July 1st, so this is about a month ago. Mia Ponsetto was arraigned in court in Manhattan via video conference Wednesday and pleaded not guilty to charges including unlawful imprisonment as a hate crime, aggravated harassment, and endangering the welfare of a child. Ponsetto was at the Arlo Hotel in December when she got into a confrontation with a teen, 14-year-old Keon Harold Jr., who she accused of stealing her phone. Video shows her grabbing at him as he tried to get away. Her phone was found soon afterward in an Uber. See, this is why I say, like, I've lost things that were important to me in the past. I think we all have. But the reason that I say that she is an idiot is because instead of, I don't know, asking the front desk, calling the Uber that you got out of, looking in the 5 most recent places that you were, she wants to try to pin this on a 14-year-old black kid and then also verbally assault him when he tries to get away from her. That to me is not someone who is very, not very much of an upstanding citizen. Ponsetto was initially arrested in January on other charges in connection with the confrontation. The 22-year-old initially seemed to apologize, but later backed off in a tense interview with CBS This Morning co-host Gayle King. And that is the interview that I reacted to. So again, that'll be linked down below if you missed it. It wasn't racial profiling whatsoever, Ponsetto told King. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm like a woman of color. That is literally what she said. I can't with this girl. Her next court date is scheduled for October 20th. So, you know, I like to see this. I hope that she is not just, you know, doing some community service and is sent on her way with a little slap on the wrist. I would like to see this actually turn into something. I'm not saying she deserves 5 years in prison, but can we get like a 90-day jail sentence, like, to at least show her that you can't just go around accusing people of stealing from you when you have no proof of it whatsoever. She's also been called the SoHo Karen, and I know that a lot of people don't like when the term Karen is thrown around. I've done my best to not refer to people as Karens. You know, I realize why that can be annoying for people who are actually good people who happen to be named Karen. I totally understand that. You know, in fact, I have a few subscribers that are awesome that are named Karen. So I've done my best to not just pin people as, oh, you're being a Karen. I know that people have definitely tagged her as the SoHo Karen, but what she did was just so outlandish, and I know that stuff like this happens, unfortunately, on a very regular basis. But since her name and her story has gotten so popular and so many people know about it, that's why I also say, let's make sure that she gets some sort of punishment for what she did, because it will make an example out of her and the absolute foolery that she did towards this young kid. I don't really care how many times Miss Mia wants to say that she was not racially profiling this young boy. I believe otherwise, and I think we're all entitled to have our opinions. And I think that she absolutely pinned this on him because of his race. And I think when people do these heinous acts, I don't believe anyone ever expects it to become as big as some of these stories become. I think that she probably thought she would, you know, get away with this. She might get confronted by his dad and they would scuffle and it would be said and done. However, when things go viral and they blow up and they get attention and you have news channels covering it, commentary stuff on TikTok, Instagram videos being made reacting to stories like this, I believe that it is a positive for things like this to get so much attention and so much anger from the public. I think that it's a positive. Sometimes I do think that social media can be somewhat toxic and just not a very positive place to spend a lot of time. I know that I've had my own issues on social media, but for the most part, I see a lot of level-headed people voicing their opinions and voicing concern for stories like this, where you have someone doing something that was gross and racist at the end of the day. And I think that there's power in numbers. There's always power in numbers. I'll never, ever, ever, you know, stray from that statement. If you can get a large group of people who are like-minded thinking and, you know, addressing a certain topic, it's going to have a far different outcome than if you just have a couple people that are upset, you know, sharing their opinions about this thing. There's always going to be power in numbers. And in this situation, in my opinion, I think it would be awesome for her to actually be held accountable so that all of the people that have been talking about this and have seen her story see that, okay, she's being held accountable. We can move on to the next thing. And unfortunately, the next thing has already happened and it will continue to happen. But all we can hope that is things get better with time. I don't know if they will or not, but you do have a lot of people that are really, you know, kind of like a zero tolerance when it comes to bullshit, and especially bullshit like this. When it happens, people are going to be upset, and I think it's awesome. So either way, that's the little update on Mia Ponsetto. I will let you guys know how her hearing goes in October, and we'll take it from there. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.